Hey guys, and welcome back to Everything DIY. Today we're going to be showing you how to change the shift boot in your vehicle. The tools we're using are a screwdriver, razor blade, scissors, and zip ties. This should be pretty straightforward and easy to install. The part we're using includes this Spec-D shift boot we purchased on Amazon. A little side note, we were actually surprised to find that this shift boot is genuine suede, not synthetic, so it feels very sturdy and high quality. It's a pretty great buy considering we paid under $10 including shipping. Additionally, this is not required, but if you have an aftermarket knob that leaves a gap between the knob and the stock retainer, you may want to invest in an aftermarket shift boot retainer like this to eliminate that gap. If there is no gap, don't worry, the stock retainer should work just fine. First thing we're going to do is remove our shift knob. This is pretty standard. It usually only requires you to twist the knob counterclockwise. Next we need to remove the shifter cover. So we pull up on the cup holder. Okay. Then pull up on the cover. Be careful as there's wires connected to the shifter cover. Let's start by removing this boot. Ours is secured by these two screws in the back right here. And I'm just gonna lift out and up. If you're wanting to use the original stock boot retainer, this is a good time to take that out. Obviously we've already done this, but usually they're glued up here at the top of the boot, and you're just going to want to take these top pieces off and away from the glue so that you can take it out and use it. Now I'm going to pull the stock boot off its mount so that we can measure it against the new one. Just pulling it off these little tabs. Now when we're sizing our boot, because obviously this one is way longer than this, which was the original, kind of the perfect size, but maybe we want it just a little bit longer, so about right there. And I'm just gonna get it in place how I like it. This one has cuts already in it, but it's just way too long, so I'm gonna kind of customize it for our preferences. Okay, now I'm gonna just mark it along the other here. Now that we have our marks, I'm going to just kind of position the mount up in there just above those lines. So kind of find your tab, and then you're going to make your cut. Okay, so I kind of found it easier to just make the mark with the blade where the tab was and where I needed the cut to be, and then take it off the mount and actually physically stretch the material to make the cut. Okay, that's what this side looks like when I've made the little razor cuts for the tabs. And now what we're gonna do is just basically go around the entire mount and fabric and put a slit anywhere where a tab needs to be inserted. So here. Alright, so this is what it looks like with all the slot spaces cut out. Just like that. We also cut off most of the excess from the bottom. It's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, I just wanted to show you the final product after all the cuts. Now we need to fit the boot retainer back up into here, and we want to make sure that the opening goes around this little insert area right here, and obviously it looks to be a bit too small, so I'm just gonna work that up in there for now, and then take some scissors down the seams just a little bit until we get it to fit through. Alright, so this is with the sides cut, and it's definitely gonna fit in there now. I'm just gonna cut a little bit of the excess off the top now. So for that seamless look when you're installing the retainer, what you're going to want to do is to flip this just inside out, and then you're going to want to push it up to the very edge of the opening, and then we're going to zip tie it. You can take your zip tie, slip it on. You're going to want to make this very tight. And now for the reveal, just flip it back through. So if you pull it tight enough, it should look like it just came from the factory, pretty nice and flush, just like that. If you are deciding to use the stock retainer, you're going to do to the new fabric exactly what you see on the old one, which is to cut up these little pieces just like they have here and to glue it to the top of the retainer, just like it was on the old one. So let's put our new boot into the shifter cover, and then we can replace the screws. Okay, so this is what it should look like all assembled, and now we can just put it back on the car. Plug it back in. Nice, so it looks pretty good, I think. Awesome. Alright guys, hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button. Please, we really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. If you want to see more from us and are new, please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, as always, please leave them below, and we will see you in our next one. Bye!